I became a filmmaker because I had stories that it felt like I really wanted to tell.
It's Jake Ryan Baker's dream to make movies.
This is literally the only thing I want to do with my life. I love that filmmaking has become so much more accessible these days. You can get a DSLR for cheap and go shoot a movie. You can go shoot a movie on your phone. Steven Soderbergh does it all the time.
From writing and directing to shooting and editing, he does whatever it takes to bring his ideas to life.
And in college, I kind of really got bit by the bug. I thought that I would just be primarily a screenwriter. And then eventually I feel like most people, you just kind of go, well, no one's going to make this unless I make it. And then you kind of slowly shift over to making your own stuff.
He's got no budget, but he already has several short films on his reel.
I'm a big believer in constraint breeding creativity. I think that when you have to work with just what you have, it kind of paints a nice little boundary for you to work within. I live in Monroeville, Indiana, which nobody's ever heard of. But there was one day I wrote a script and I was like, what if it was set in Monroeville, Indiana? Why not? And that's kind of fun.
And the people who help him often have the same goal of making it on this silver screen.
Thankfully, a lot of people I work with are also trying to make it in this field, and we all just kind of understand, and we tend to help each other out. I'll help you out with your project, you help me out with mine.
It's gonna look like I'm crazy, but you have to...
In this industry, I feel like it goes a long way to just treat people right and respect them and respect their time, and I've been lucky enough to have people come back and work with me.
And his dedication is paying off.
I don't know you.
Jake Ryan Baker's movie, Going Through It, was picked for the Hobnobben Film Festival.
It's sort of a dark comedy about a woman at her wit's end who meets a guy who maybe it seems like he was going to be able to help her with her situation, but ends up not being the right time for it to happen. And it just, it's also like a bit of a metaphor for a date gone wrong, essentially.
It's a chance to watch his latest flick with his friends and his family.
It is terrifying to sit there in a room full of people and hope and pray or just that they like it, because once you're through it, it feels very cathartic and good. And it is a lot of fun, actually.
But after that, this filmmaker is going back to work.
Doing that pre-production and doing that post-production, that gets me to the nirvana of being on set with actors and crew people and making something. And it feels so good and so unlike anything else, honestly, in the world.